energizing your soul through the inspired Word of God. This is your daily devotional reading.
Our High Calling, a devotional by Ellen White. July 11th, God's Merciful Helping Hand. God's command to love each other is required of everyone, showing mercy to one another mirrors his redemptive plan. In compassion he has given of his love that is divine. On the cross sins were forgiven, joy and peace are fully thine. God's merciful helping hand. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Matthew chapter 5, verse 7. Be merciful, even as your Father in heaven is merciful. Think of the great gift God has made for you. God has given you a proof of his love that defies all computation. We have no line with which to measure it, no standard with which to compare it. God invites you to let your gratitude flow forth in gifts and offerings. He calls upon you to be his merciful helping hand. Can you refuse the request of one who has done so much for you? Christ wept at the sight of woe. Let his tenderness come into your hearts. Practice self-denial that you may have wherewith to relieve the sufferings of God's children. The Lord saw that it was essential for us to be surrounded with the poor, who in their helplessness and need would lay claim to our ministration. They would be an aid to us in perfecting Christian character, for in providing food for their tables and clothing for their bodies, we would cultivate the attributes of the character of Christ. If we had not the poor among us, we would lose much, for in order to perfect Christian character, we must deny self. Christ himself, the Lord of glory, was in this earth a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. He knew the meaning of want and privation. As a child, subject to poverty, he practiced the principles of self-denial. He came to help fallen, needy humanity, and he expects his followers, to whom he has entrusted means, to bind about their own supposed wants, and to be liberal in relieving the necessities of others. When spending your money, think of what Jesus would do were he in your place. He calls upon his followers to tread in his footsteps of self-denial and self-sacrifice. The character of the Christian is to be a reproduction of the character of Christ. The same love, the same grace, the same unselfish benevolence seen in his life is to characterize the lives of his followers. Our High Calling, July 11th.
I encourage you to be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. Thank you for listening, and be sure to join us tomorrow for your daily devotional reading.